A very good morning to you all. So you all just heard Mr. Prajapati telling you that it's not only the pizza that you can get in 20 minutes, but you can also get ambulance and a good pre-hospitalization care that can make a difference in the quality of delivery of healthcare in our country. So that's what the role or the blend of several technologies can play in delivery of quality healthcare, in making it accessible to one and all, and in enhancing the affordability of healthcare. So taking it forward, I shall be re-emphasizing, reiterating the role of ICT in enhancing quality and assuring accessibility of healthcare services. So basically we'll focus on these two areas, accessibility and quality, and give you a brief overview of various ICT applications and solutions that are available to us and that can transform the landscape of healthcare delivery. By your brief introduction, I am Dr. Sanjeev Sood, primarily a hospital and health systems administrator. So we are into day 2 of this conference, and most of you are with healthcare IT background, so I'm sure it will not need much convincing. And to support us, there's a UN Millennium Development Goal, especially the Target 18 mandate, which says we have to leverage ICT technologies extensively in cooperation with private sector to make available benefit of these technologies to social sectors like healthcare and education as well. So what's wrong with the healthcare today that we expect ICT to transform or revolutionize? So basically we have issues of accessibility. How conveniently can we all avail quality healthcare? So accessibility, we mean it could be geographical accessibility, or it could be the financial accessibility for the downtrodden. Then we need quality assurance. Once we address the issue of accessibility, infrastructure, then we have to address the issue of assurance that we are able to provide assured quality of healthcare services and at an affordable cost. So that's what is the theme of today's session, and that's how we expect the ICT to deliver these parameters and criteria. So to put the things in perspective, let's all first understand that what is quality in healthcare and how we are trying to achieve, sustain and improve quality in healthcare through ICT methodologies. So JCI defines quality of patient care as the degree to which patient care services increase the probability of desired patient outcomes and reduce the probability of undesired outcomes given the current state of professional knowledge. So basically, it's the extent to which we can achieve desirable health outcomes, clinical outcomes, and quality healthcare services has to be patient-centric, and it has to be in tune with the current professional knowledge. That is, it has to be evidence-based knowledge. So having understood that what is quality and accessibility, let's see where the medicine stands today in adoption of technology. We all know that social sectors like medicine, may it be education, for which the parallel tracks are going on, have been laggards in adoption of technology, and they have not been able to leverage and harness technology to cure some of the ailments that are afflicting the healthcare sector. So how do we look at ICT? Information and communication technologies are not only an enabler, but they can be a differentiator also in delivery of quality healthcare. They can and they have revolutionized the delivery of healthcare worldwide. They can help us achieve the positive clinical outcomes. So primarily they help us achieve 3 things. First is to attain the operational efficiency by reducing the turnaround times and improving the workflows, the adoption of ICT technologies. Second thing is in improving patient safety and quality in delivery of healthcare by means of achieving a positive healthcare outcomes by helping us to practice evidence-based medicine, which is consistent with the current professional knowledge, And because each transaction on IT will leave behind an audit trail. So we can analyze our performance, we can monitor certain key performance indicators and KRAs. Lastly, ICT is not, it may be initially capital intensive, but eventually it also helps in cost containment. It helps in cost containment by reducing the average length of stay so that more number of patients can be treated on same number of beds. It helps us in functioning in a filmless environment, in more efficient inventory management so that there's no pilferage, there's no stock out, there's no surplus stocks. So it's more than in one way. In myriad of ways, it also helps in cost containment. So once we talk about reaching the last mile in delivery of healthcare or taking our services to the last person in the queue or the bottom pyramid, we have to factor in the mHealth services or the mobile phones, which can greatly improve the accessibility and efficiency in healthcare. Let's look at the basic voice and text applications. They help us in tackling inefficiencies in services provision by improving communication, for example, and interface. For example, they can remind the patient about missed appointments, drug compliance, which is very important in tuberculosis, chronic diseases like diabetes, and also as an immunization schedule tracker. Then they can help us in contacting blood donors, rare blood group donors, improvement in self-management and monitoring of patients, providing psychological support and helpline to a distressed individual to a psychiatric case,